shit's in the safe. Got me a spot out the way. Nigga just tryna be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
Got on Joel Embiid, and he responded, and he said you were correct to call him out. Honestly, do you think he was really inspired, or did he just say that to get you off his back?
Well, I hope he's inspired. I think he's a very good player, got a chance of being a great, great player. You know, Tony, sometimes people try to make basketball out like it's brain surgery. The one thing you have to know as a basketball team, your best players, and I know this sounds stupid, your best players have to be your best players. They can't be inconsistent. Your role players can be inconsistent. That's why they're role.
That's the way basketball's set up. Like, you got role players surrounding your all-star. You need your all-star to be on every night at least, and not be inconsistent. Then the team is not gonna be good. The team is gonna take a downfall because two main guys are not playing good tonight. So it's not gonna help them. They need Embiid to be more aggressive. They need Embiid to lead this team because you got the role players around you that's good enough players. They could be inconsistent, but they need you to be on mostly every night. When you're not on, that's when the team not going to win.
Players, but on all good teams and great teams, your best players always have to be the best players every night.
Well, let's talk about a best player on a new team. Jimmy Butler, of course, left the Sixers to go to Miami. And Miami, to me, has been the surprise of the league so far. Charles, which of those two teams in the East do you like better right now, Miami or Philly?
Well, for the playoffs, Philadelphia is better built for the playoffs. But let's be honest, Milwaukee has separated themselves in the Eastern Conference. Philadelphia, the Celtics, the Heat, they're going to have to raise their level. Giannis is the MVP so far. He's been fabulous. But Milwaukee has separated.
Because Milwaukee have their identity. Miami do too, but like they still try to find themselves come play this playoff run. Philly, for to be one of the top teams in the East, they still ain't find who they are this season. But you can't really fault Miami know who they is. They know they're a defensive team, and guys share the basketball. They know their identity. Milwaukee, only reason they separate from everyone else because they have the team. They know exactly who they are. They know what their roles are. They know what to do as a team.
Get themselves in the Eastern Conference.
Well, let's go to something coming off Milwaukee. Because back in the summer, I'm pretty sure you and I thought that Malcolm Brogdon, losing him was a huge deal to the Bucks, but it hasn't played out that way so far. Why not?
Well, because Giannis he's improved. He's making threes. He's probably more aggressive. I think he was frustrated to them losing the playoffs. He's raised the level of his game. If you look at his numbers when he was the MVP last year, he's better in every category. So I think that's been a big difference. Brogdon is a very good player, but the Bucks, they live and die with Giannis. Even the other night when he had 48, that wasn't enough. Somebody on that team is going to have to step up, and it's going to probably have to be Chris Middleton. He's the guy who's got to step up.
So I'm going to follow that because Mike and I...
That's the only thing they waiting on. Last year was his All-Star year. This year, he kind of dropped off a little bit. Like, when Giannis had them tight games like that, he needed another guy to come right behind him. It can't just be all on him. They had to continue to come together as a unit. Like, Chris Middleton going to be the second guy since he made the All-Star last year, but he kind of been inconsistent this season.
Talk about this all the time. Mike loves Brogdon. And Mike thinks the Bucks will miss Brogdon, particularly in the playoffs. Yeah. And that's when he says that will show itself the most. Do you agree with that?
Well, I wouldn't say he's that great of a player because they lost with him last year. I think the Milwaukee Bucks probably, if they're gonna beat the Lakers or the Clippers, they probably gonna need to make a trade. Like I say, they're the best team in the Eastern Conference, but to beat the Lakers and the Clippers, they're probably gonna have to make another trade. But I've said this: if you look at the Milwaukee Bucks and the LA Clippers, the key to the championship is gonna be Anthony Davis. Those guys with Kawhi and Paul George and Giannis, they can match up with LeBron. But neither one of those teams has anybody that can match up with Anthony Davis. I've said this before. The Lakers, as great as LeBron is, the key is going to be Anthony Davis. Because like I say, those other teams can't match up with Anthony. They can match up with LeBron, but
and that's why this year, this offense is running through him. LeBron told him in the summertime, we're going to run the offense through you. Only thing that's going to hold Anthony Davis back is his injury history. Now, he had to get his ankle taped because he rolled it the game before. That's the only thing that can hold him back. It's just his injuries. That's the only thing. Other than that, the offense go through him. Like, everything is run through Anthony Davis this season. And LeBron is allowing that. Allowing Anthony Davis be the focal point of this team.
Anthony Davis is going to be the key to the Lakers whether they win a championship or not.
Chuck, still though, I'm gonna belabor this point for a second because let's face it, we're gonna be talking about this all spring. LeBron is so good right now setting up Anthony Davis and just sort of pushing him and nudging him and facilitating everything he wants to do. Aren't the Lakers still going to be dependent on LeBron come springtime?
Yeah, but see, there's some bad matchups for LeBron. You know, the Clippers got those two guys, Paul George and Kawhi. So LeBron's going to have to guard those guys, and those are probably the two best perimeter defenders in the world. So at his age, by the time he gets to play the Clippers, I don't know how much he's going to have left in the tank. As great as he is, Kawhi's a handful, Paul George is a handful, and he's got to guard them. He got to chase those guys on the other end. That's why I say
he will figure out. LeBron will always figure out when that time comes. He's a smart enough player to figure out different type of situations of how to handle other players. He will figure everything out. If they end up in the Western Conference Finals against the Clippers, he will figure out a way to adjust when that time comes.
Nobody has a matchup for Anthony Davis. To me, he's going to be the guy because LeBron's going to have his hands full with Kawhi, and then when he get tired of Kawhi, they're going to throw Paul George on him. And hey, that's a full-time meal right there, them two boys.
You and I both said last year we would take DeAndre Ayton first in the draft, but is it time for us to eat a little bit of crow because Doncic is playing so well?
Well, let me just I'm thinking of a word, Mike. We were just wrong. Just flat out wrong. Listen, Doncic has been an unbelievable revelation and a surprise. Last year winning Rookie of the Year, and this year he came back even better. And the thing I love about
it's like he amped his game up this year. Last year he had a good rookie year, averaging 20 points. Now he's having an all-star year this season. Like before he got hurt, he had this team, I think, 19-7 before he got hurt. And then Ayton, he just missed half of the season because of PED situation. That's what slowed him down this year. He had an okay rookie year last year. This year, he was off the court. He just now came back. That's why you could just eat the situation of y'all just saying he should have been tucking number one. Luke just took his game to another level. Ayton could have took his game to another level this year, but situations off the court will hold him back. And Luka Doncic is on the court leading his team to a chance to make the playoffs this year.
this game the most. You know, a lot of guys go out there and just jack it up all night, get a lot of points. But this guy is getting a triple-double, getting a lot of rebounds. That's what makes him a complete player. But the word you're thinking of, when I was wrong.
I was wrong.
Thank you, Chuck. Pleasure to have you.
Appreciate
Thank
you, man.
All right, guys. Thank y'all. Happy holidays.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more